Hi guys, so this is a new tutorial that I have, and I have just not had any time at all to record and edit any of the videos. So now that I finally got a chance to, I've been on break, and now that I finally got to, I decided to get it together. So this set was pretty simple. Um, it was a friend of my sister's, and she wanted some almond nails with a design on just about every single one of her fingers. We're going to be doing almond nails, and on the first finger I'm going to be painting it like a reddish pink kind of color. And so I'm just going to use a clear acrylic color, and we're going to paint it over the top. I would like to mention that the brush that I'm using here is not my typical average brush that I always use. I usually use the flat brushes. I don't normally use the round brushes. I feel like they're a bit harder to work with, and they're just not my thing. Honestly, I have never worked with such an awful brush in my whole entire life. All the acrylic would just get stuck in the brush. I don't know if it was because maybe I wasn't using it right, I don't know, but I absolutely hated it. It was hard to control the acrylic. The beads, it would just not pick it up right. It would all get stuck in the brush, and it took me forever to do that set. I'm not even going to leave the link down below because they were just absolutely awful. But anyways, the middle finger, I used my mix, and I believe it's called Molten if I'm not mistaken. So basically I just did a little triangle, not bringing it all the way up to the top, and then towards the tip I'm going to be using just a plain white to build the top. I didn't worry so much about making it lumpy or not, because either way I was going to file it over the top to apply the clear, because I was going to encapsulate, but I didn't want it to be too thick and I wanted it to look neat. So I just did it at whatever thickness I wanted it, and I just filed it over the top and then encapsulated. For the ring and the pinky fingers, all I did was do a plain white because those are the ones that will have the design. For the thumb, we're going to be using my mix called Ditzy. A friend of mine actually created this mix. It's a mixture of a whole bunch of types of hexagons and confettis and glitters, and it's crazy, but it's all silver. And we're just going to do that and then encapsulate over the top. Alright, so this is what they look like after they've been filed and buffed. And on my first finger, I'm going to be using the color Terracotta by Orly. And I just gave that a quick coat. It didn't need a second coat. The color was perfectly fine, so I just left it with one coat. Meanwhile, on the pinky finger, we're going to be covering it with polka dots. And what I'm using is acrylic paint. I like using acrylic paint because it dries faster, and I feel safer with it because unlike nail polish, it doesn't crack under the UV light. For my ring finger, she wanted to do a chevron design, and the trick to doing the chevron look is by using those crazy scissors for craft looking, and all you do is take your scissors and you get some tape and you cut strips, making them even, and place them on the nail. Again, I'm using acrylic paint. I'm just using a paintbrush, and I'm painting a thin coat of it, not too thick, so that it's easier and faster to dry. Once it's all done, make sure you take off the tape and apply your UV coat, and you're good to go. If you have any extra acrylic paint, or if it is nail polish that you decide to use, just take some acetone and wipe around to make it look clean. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram, #MySweetNails if you decide to recreate this. Thanks for watching!